Hello everyone. Thank you very much for watching Sigma Stage Online. I am Kazuya Maki, CEO of Sigma Corporation. Today, I'm very excited to introduce you to a new addition to Sigma I-Series. What we are announcing today is Sigma 20mm f2 DGDN Contemporary, which sit in Sigma I-Series. This lens will be available in L-mount and Sony E-mount. With the introduction of this lens, Sigma I-Series now have 7 lenses in its lineup. They are 24mm f2, 24mm f3.5, 35mm f2, 45mm 2.8, 65mm f2, 90mm f2.8, and this widest optics yet, 20mm f2. Before I get into the detail of this new 20mm f2, I'd like to review just briefly what I-Series is. To begin with, I'd like to share with you the I-Series concept movie, which we made it for debut.
I-Series debut.
The core concept of the I-Series was to create premium compact primes. In order to achieve this, we decided to construct all I-Series lenses with all metal housings, including focus rings, aperture rings, and the lens hood. A very few modern lenses adapt this design approach, but we believe it gives I-Series a special and unique feel and texture. Our goal was not to create a lens that just looked beautiful, but ones where the good design and the excellent build quality always shines through when the products are being used. Actually, this has been achieved only through the high level of engineering expertise. The metal parts that are machined with the highest precision helped a lot to give the high quality operational feel. It's very smooth with almost zero play in rings, switches, and lens hood attachment. In fact, all of the Sigma I-Series lenses have received excellent reviews. For example, Pixel Village from India said that these are amazingly well-built lenses. When I see these lenses, I remember few things that I have experienced in the past, like while we were growing up in the 70s and 80s. I also grew up in 70s, 80s and experienced such things. So I really appreciate such a nice comment. Tom Carlton from the UK said that this is the best built lens I handled for a while. All of the dials and switches operate really nicely with high precision, and the metal build means this is built to last. Pab SZ, also from the UK, said that what I really love about is its design. It has got a little look to it. It's not just a plastic features barrel, but has actually been designed with aesthetics in mind. I really appreciate that so many tech reviewers have noticed the effort that our designers, engineers, and factory craftsmen have put into the I-Series. Actually, these lenses exist thanks to their passion. In addition, Sigma I series was selected one of the best 100 products in Good Design Award 2021, Japan's most prestigious design award. It also received a Good Focus Award, Design of Technique and Tradition. Good Focus Award, Design of Technique and Tradition is given to the product of outstanding design realized with a highly advanced technology and skills. It's a privilege for us to be recognized not only the apparent design, but also for the technology behind it. Now, I'd like to share with you the concept movie of 45mm f2.8 DGDN Contemporary, the first I series lens which we introduced back in 2019. Now I'd like to introduce a new 20mm f2 DGDN Contemporary more in detail. You may not know this, but the Sigma is the original pioneer of the large aperture ultra-wide-angle lens. In 2002, we introduced 20mm f1.8 EXDG aspherical RF, which was the first f1.8 ultra-wide-angle lens. This lens has created a new category of the ultra-wide-angle lens and presented many photographic possibilities to photographers. In 2015, we updated this lens with f1.4 aperture. This lens quickly became a must-have lens for many astrophotographers, and this is still the case today. This beautiful picture was taken with this 20mm f1.4 DG HSMR by the American photographer Mr. Jack Fusco. As you can see here, this lens is a very powerful lens which can be used in many photographic situations. But for this 20mm f2 DGDN Contemporary, our goal was a little bit different. Our goal for this lens was to create palm-sized large aperture ultra-wide-angle lens. The length of this lens is 72.4 mm and maximum diameter is 70 mm. Filter size is 62 mm and the weight is 370 grams. This size and weight is almost exactly the same as the recent 24mm f2 DGDN Contemporary, which also sit in the Sigma I series. Many ultra-wide-angle lenses have bulbous front elements, but this lens front element is very compact, so it does not require special care in handling. It also means that the screw-in filter can be used, unlike 20mm f1.4. Thanks to the easier handling, this lens can be used for the street photography too. The strong perspective of the ultra-wide-angle lens makes street photography very unique and impressive. This is a lens construction of the new 20mm f2. The three aspherical elements, which are shown in red line, helps a lot to make this lens very compact. Lens element in yellow is FLD elements, which has exactly the same optical characteristics as fluorite. The blue element is SLD elements. Both of them are used to achieve the highest optical quality. This is MTF curve of the new 20mm f2. As you can see, this lens performs very well from center to corner. This is not limited to I series, but what's important here is that we achieve the optical performance that is as close as the design performance in every single lens in mass production. So I believe that you will never be disappointed by the optical performance of our products. The optical designer of this lens worked hard to suppress sagittal coma flare. Sagittal coma flare is an optical imperfection that can often be seen at the wider aperture and at the edge of the frame, where the bright point of light bleeds outwards into the shape of the bird's wings. This beautiful picture of northern lights was taken with this new 20mm f2. This image proved that this lens has the least amount of sagittal coma flare. So you can use this lens for astrophotography, which requires the highest level of optical performance. Another way to enjoy this lens is to shoot close-up. The exaggerated perspective that ultra-wide-angle lens offer helps to emphasize the subject and to create high-impact image. The suppression of ghosting is also important to create a high-quality image. Our ghosting specialist did a great job again to minimize the ghosting on this lens. They start with digital simulation from the design stage to eliminate the possible causes of the ghosting, working closely with optical designer and mechanical designer. With the prototypes and pre-production models, they take a huge number of pictures to check ghosting. This is one of the examples of such effort. The unwanted ghosting on the left image was eliminated after our expertise diagnosed the cause and took action. This lens uses a special coating which we call nanoporous coating. And this is an example how nanoporous coating works. Without nanoporous coating, there was a strong ghosting like you see in the left image, and it was weakened after we applied the nanoporous coating. Our software engineer and electronic engineer did a great job to achieve fast, smooth, and accurate autofocusing. The autofocus of this lens can be used not only for the still photography, but also video shooting. Now I'd like to share with you some sample images taken with this 20mm f2 DGD and contemporary. The first group of images were taken by Norwegian landscape photographer Mr. Kim Jensen. He has been using several Sigma lenses for his works. His favorite lenses are 12 to 24 f4, 24 to 105 f4, and 40mm f1.8. This time, he kindly shared these beautiful landscape photos taken with the new 20mm f2. Being the landscape photographer, he loves shoot wide, so this 20mm fits perfectly for his style. Also, he hikes a lot in the mountain, so the compact and lightweight design helps a lot to carry around together with other necessary goods such as clothes and food. This northern light image is really stunning. I'm very happy that our lens helped him to capture such a beautiful picture. This is another breathtaking picture. Thank you, Kim, for providing us with such an opportunity to help your works. The next group of pictures were taken by Swedish photographer Mr. Adam Kringetik. He is a sports photographer and fashion photographer as well as the commercial photographer. He normally uses Sigma 24-70 f2.8, but he immediately fell in love with the focal length of 20 mm. He said that wider focal lengths made him think about the composition in every shot. Adam also tried this lens in bright scene as well as the dark scene. The large aperture of f2 helped a lot to shoot in a variety of scenes. I really like his creative and stylish photos. The last group of pictures were taken by Japanese photographer Miss Aya Iwasaki. She lives in Hokkaido, the beautiful big island in North Japan, where you can find rare animals and magnificent scenery. The ultra-wide angle of 20 mm successfully captures the grandeur of Hokkaido. The compact and lightweight I-series were painless for Miss Iwasaki, a delicate female photographer, to carry around. And she was able to concentrate on her photography comfortably. So this is a brief introduction of the new 20mm f2 DGDN Contemporary. For more detail, please visit our website. Now I'd like to share with you the new I-series concept movie to recap the core concept of I-series. Thank you for watching. The last but not least, the price of this lens is $699, 699 euro, or 649 pounds. This lens will be available February 25th worldwide. Thank you very much for watching my presentation until the end. I hope this new 20mm f2 and all I-series lenses make your photographic life more enjoyable and help you to create more beautiful images. Lastly, I'd like to close my presentation by sharing a rather unique movie as seen from the lens point of view. Please enjoy, and thank you again for watching my presentation.